Good morning, Pisceanos. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy Monday. All right, let's pull one of these. This is What's the Tea by Fire Witch Tarot. We also have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That is Mystical Peaks. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people, my Pisceanos. What messages do we have for Pisces? We got dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and protected from haters. We also got jackpot, which is funny because I heard the word jackpot yesterday when I did my title, and here it is. Winning money, got rich, inheritance, and unexpected money. Okay, hold on. Let's do one by one. So I feel like where somebody was trying to shoot some... Oh no, I'm hearing it. I'm sorry. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. It ricochets, you take your aim. Fire, yeah. You shoot me down, but I get up. I am titanium. I'm so sorry. All right, so you get the point though. So I feel like people were trying to shoot you down. Like they were trying to take their aim and take their aim, and you were block, 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 and nothing really hit you, right? So nothing got to you. Nothing affected you. If anything, I think you came out of this situation more like, I'm like Neo from the Matrix. Like I can get out of these situations using my mind, or finding a different door, a different reality into the situation. Nothing is, putting me in a situation that people want to see me in. And unfortunately, with the bullets, it's like trying to get to you, but they can't because you're just, you're like, this is how they're feeling you, Pisces. Like, you're like, I'm trying to hurt them. I'm trying to get to them, but they keep dodging and bobbing and weaving, so that's what I'm feeling here. I got this jackpot. It says, yes, winning money, got rich, inheritance, and unexpected money. So on top of you not getting aimed at and gotten, it's like you're also going to receive some type of money winnings, Pisces. I am seeing, casino stuff, so hopefully that's for me. But no, it could be anything else. It could be, a lottery ticket with the winning. It could be an inheritance. Maybe you just got rich from something, Pisces. Maybe you started a business and it just made you rich. And it was very unexpected. That's what I'm feeling. Like, I don't think you were expecting this. It is like the casino. Like, you don't expect to leave there. I saw one person one time, no lie, leave with $1 million. I was in shock looking at, like, wow. I think that person was in shock too, I'd be honest, because I remember looking at them and there was no reaction. I don't think it hit them, the magnitude of how their life was going to change at that moment, but that was interesting. I did hear jackpot, and there it is. Let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. Page of Cups. Knight of Wands. Ten of Cups. Yeah, let's see. So, Pisces, in your past, people thought you were crazy. So the funny thing is, it says escaping crazy people, right? So who's the crazy one now? That's what I'm feeling. Like somebody's behavior is a little bit insane here. So where you were labeled as the person that was a little odd, a little flaky is what I heard, weird, This is in your past energy, Pisces. This person is highly intuitive, first of all, Page of Cups. Like, I always have to, clarify this for people. Like, you go inside, you talk to yourself a lot because you trust yourself a lot. You're a little bit like, Neo. You know how, like, Neo in the movies, he talks to these guides and these wise old people, and, that's how he's able to bend reality, right? And so that's what I'm feeling here. Like, you bend reality, but unfortunately, you got labeled for being a little out there, a little strange, or a little bit different. I will go deeper. I do have this Knight of Wands. This is your hot pursuit. You are in hot pursuit of your life. The Knight of Wands is a person who's not sitting back and just taking things. You are actively changing your life, Pisces. So I will go deeper. I do have the future here. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is having happiness, having peace, having tranquility. You see the rainbow after the storm here. I need to go deeper. Let's see what else. Spirit, tell me more. 10 of Wands. You got labeled a lot is what I'm feeling. 6 of Swords. You're in the moving, go energy right now. And the 4 of Wands. Are you freaking kidding me, Pisces? So if you want love and happiness in your life, like stability with another person or just with yourself in your own home, you're going to receive it. You're going to see the rainbow come out of this storm. With this jackpot here, like, I have a feeling you guys are buying a new house, or you might be marrying somebody that has a lot of money, or like this says, you get rich, you make a fortune off of some type of business that you're having. I see you guys having not just love, but money, wealth, stability, happiness. Because it's one thing when you have money and it's a loveless relationship. It's another thing when it's love and no money. It's like, love will see you through. That's the most important thing. Yes. But, how much better is it to be able to have it all, and that's what I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling stability. I'm seeing happiness. I'm seeing days where you and your person could be dancing around, just because you guys made it. So I like that, Pisces. But let's see. In the past, the Page of Cups and the 10 of Wands, you definitely got labeled a lot. You had a hard cross to carry, Every time I see 10 of Wands, I think of Jesus, because he had his own cross to carry, and people called him names. People said he was, there was something wrong with him. He was crazy. He was blasphemy, all these things, because I can feel where people are not believing in the things that you're telling them. You're saying the truth of who you are and what you do and what happened and all these things. And here's people condemning you for speaking truth of a situation. That's in your past, and it could even be going on still for some of you. But this is what happened. So take solace in knowing that Jesus Christ also was treated in that way. He was not believed, and he was called a lot of different names. He was even called not a witch. What is that? Like, I forget what the word was in the Bible, but it was something like that. Like someone not so good in the darkness type of thing, but whatever. Yeah, so I am feeling that energy. Knight of Wands here, 6 of Swords. So like I said, this is all moving energy that's in your present. A lot of the pieces of the puzzle are being moved for you at this time. You see this 2 of Swords? I didn't speak of this. This is you. You are, even though you're moving at this time, you are also in a tough position. This is like you have to make a lot of tough decisions. Things that you would rather not make, but you have to. Things are becoming very clear, and you cannot be living in the unconscious anymore. Like, it's you just can't anymore. Like, you have, like, how I say when there's levels to awakening, it is true. Like you're never fully awake. You always see something new in your reality that you missed before. And that's where I feel you're at. Like, okay, like, I know I'm comfortable here, but unfortunately, there's some things that have become very undeniable for me, and I have to make choices and decisions. So I do feel where you are making a lot of moves and movements. It's out of your comfort zone. It's a little bit of reluctancy, but you're taking your time, and I do believe you are doing them, and you're going to continue to do it, because you're too awake for this stuff, Pisces. You can't unsee what you've seen, right? You know that saying? It's true. It's like, well, what do you want me, after I've seen this behavior, or after I've seen what's going on, how do I just sit here and act like I didn't? It changes you. All right, let me pull one more for this one. Let me see. Yeah, I just feel you in this, I got to get out of here type of situation. But hold on. 6 of Wands. This is more movement. All these are like movements. So, you look, this is your spiritual team. And they're clapping and egging you on. Like, yes, you got another piece of the puzzle. You saw something else and you moved even further into, consciousness, like it's that elevation that I'm constantly feeling from you. And you're willing to do that hard thing all the time, even though it's a tough decision, even though you wish it was different. When you see what you see, you can't unsee it, and then you make the necessary change for it. And your spiritual team is clapping you on. I'm doing it too, Pisces. Come on. Do that thing that's hard. Let's go. Don't stay there. If you see this situation, if you see something that you cannot unsee, and you know that because you'll feel it in your heart, we all are happy that you were awake to it, that you got to. Sometimes people are blind and they couldn't even see that red flag or whatever this is, that hole, that gap in the situation. Sometimes people, are so disillusioned in their mind, and they're like, no, it couldn't have been like that, or that's not what they meant, or that, and they just stay, they stay complacent. But you are not alone. And you have a whole crew of people that every single time you see that important moment in your life, that important thing that stays in your soul and tells you can't stay here, you can't do that, you can't unsee this. And you're like, I'm going for it. I'm making that change, right? That's where everyone is applauding you, Pisces. You have a huge spiritual team. You have, this could be people in your life that are supporting you as well too. It's just hard when you're the first person. When you're the first person to see something, when you're the first person to say something, when you're the first person to create something or whatever this is, it's just hard for the others. You're leading the way. You are leading the way. You think differently. To get Neo here, you think very differently. You don't think like everyone else. You definitely are a problem solver, but out in the spiritual realm, Let me get one more for this one. Queen of Wands. Things are going to start flowing for you. Like, Queen of Wands is a super attractor. I love this image because in this image, this person practices. They get to do what they love to do. Some of you may be musicians. I have been feeling that energy a lot, or maybe you're getting back to an instrument of some sorts. But either way, it's like, this person sits in their home playing their instrument, happy as can be, seeing the rainbow. They came out the other side, in a whole different life. Something that's coming to my mind is that movie, The Shawshank Redemption. In the Shawshank Redemption, this guy was accused of murdering his wife, and he never did that. But he got sent to prison. I forget how many years he lost, but he lost a lot of years. And he was falsely accused, falsely put in prison for it, and one day he decided he's making a break for it, and he tunneled a hole. He planned it. It took some time, but he planned it, and he tunneled a hole and made it to the other side, and then he lived somewhere on a beach fixing up boats, and he just lived happy, being at peace. So I do feel an energy, Pisces, where you were falsely accused or you were condemned for something that you did not do. And I feel you getting out of it and living a happier life, Pisces, because you're going to do some type of maneuvers or stuff here. Like, I do see a lot of money for you too, Pisces, like compensation in some ways. Like, you're going to be compensated. You know how they do that sometimes when people have been falsely imprisoned? I'm not saying you went to prison, but there is compensation for you. And it's not just you being able to live the rest of your days out peacefully and happily. It's also a financial type of blessing for you. All right, what advice do we have for Pisces? I'm going to take this because they try to come out. The Star card. One more. Five of Pentacles. Do you believe in miracles? Of course you do. You're Pisces. So that a person who was so low in life and had nothing in life can live a life that seems unreal, like a miracle or a blessing, like from where you came from. It's like that movie with the Shawshank Redemption. Like, I mean, to go from the prison to go to some beach and I forget where. Beautiful, beautiful sand, just living the days out very peacefully. Things like that do happen. And I feel this happening for you. So the advice is, please hold on to the miracle. A lot of you may have been hearing messages from God and from your ancestors that say, you are not alone. I see everything that was done to you. I see how you were falsely accused, imprisoned, or whatever this is, labeled. And we're going to take you somewhere beautiful, somewhere magical, Pisces. So I know you heard it. I know you felt it. Sometimes when you're alone in life, you feel like nobody is there with you, but you have a lot of people that are there. The most important person is with you, put it that way. And you got yourself too, who's a big free thinker, who is bulletproof. You're bulletproof. You're titanium. All right. Let's do career and money. I'm gonna do it. Let's do this deck. Wow. I'm hearing, I need another story. Something to get off my chest. My life is kind of boring. Something I must confess. Until my sleeves are turned red from all the truth that I said. Pisces, you tell a lot of truths. You're not a liar. And if anyone is accusing you of being a liar, they're going to be very highly embarrassed one day when they see the truth. Embarrassment is not even the word. There's a word and I can't get it. But it's like, it is shamed. It's like that feeling with the Shawshank Redemption. Like, he kept telling the truth, but people were ready to condemn. You know, they were ready to believe something else or someone else. And you kept telling the truth. Until my sleeves are stained red from all the truth that I said. You keep hanging on to your truth, Pisces. You keep saying it. Just like Jesus Christ said his truth all the time. And people were like, no. Got Jesus on the cross. And then the sky opened up and lightning and rain happened. And that's when people were questioning, oh, wait a minute. Maybe he was telling the truth of who he was. Until Jesus came out and was risen. Then people were like, oh. I told you what I feel, that why I'm so close to Jesus, because I had an experience with him. And he let me see that everything that you go through in life, he has went through also. So he will also resurrect you. And he will also make sure that your name is cleared one way or another. All right, Spirit, tell me more. Page of Cups. 5 of Cups. And the Page of Wands. We also got the Knight of Swords. It feels a little chaotic at your job at this time. Maybe a little bit unstable. Some type of uncertainties. Maybe you're seeing some people lose their mind. That person has lost their mind. That's what I'm feeling. They're gone. Like, yeah, that's what I'm feeling for your work environment. Like, it's something to do with people who are not being realistic. You know, like, I don't know what's going on in there, Pisces, but you have a lot of crazy people. There's some people here that are just not realistic with their stuff. False sense of accomplishment is what I'm feeling. Like, I don't know. Let me clarify this Page of Wands. False sense of accomplishment. 3 of Cups. These are more talkers than doers is what I'm feeling. People talk a lot, but they don't do enough. You know, that's what I'm getting from your job, career, and money. So let me get 3 cards just for Pisces, because I just want to see where you are headed. Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the Tower in reverse. I think you guys do not want this stuff to seep inside of you. So I think you guys are making some type of changes, moves, things that will keep you more peaceful at work, whether that is leaving or just making sure that you're protected in your job. I do see like Knight of Pentacles here where things are moving very slowly, but they are progressing. Like whatever plans it is that you're planning here are moving forward. Tower in reverse is self-destruction. It's like, I am not going to destruct like you people did. That's not going to happen to me. That's what I'm getting there. So I do feel you making moves, making changes to make sure that the mistakes of others are not yours. Like you're not going to make those same mistakes. Learning from other people's mistakes is basically what I'm getting. All right, let's close this off with the Oshos. You're smart, Pisces. Not crazy, very smart. I did look at the bottom. I think you're having some type of trust issues, or not issues, like there's a lack of trust that I feel like you have with a person or people. Spirit, tell me more. Letting go. Somebody feels very untrustworthy, Pisces. So I feel like you're letting that person go. This is something that has been building for a while with this suppression. You know, you didn't trust this person. You saw maybe another red flag or of some sorts, and you finally are making that decision to let someone go because of some type of trust issues that you're having with them. And sometimes you may just not even trust them, not because they're lying or deceiving in any way, but it's just you feel like they can't see you anyway. So why trust a person who doesn't see you and won't understand you is what I'm feeling. So this has been building. Whatever this is has been building. You probably have been sitting there because something was a tough decision, but you are making those necessary moves and changes so you don't sit there suppressing something that is very clear to you. We also have the schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is when people call you crazy, Pisces, because you hear voices or you just see the beyond the veil, as they say, right? So, but you are highly connected to both worlds. The way I always say that you know it's a serious issue is if the voices tell you to do something bad. But if the voices do nothing but help you and guide you in your life, you know you're hearing a higher power. But yeah, you are tapped in to both worlds. You are highly connected at this time. So right now the spiritual realm is very active for you, and so is the physical. A lot of movements, a lot of changes are going on around you. You're not crazy. You're just very spiritual and highly intuitive. A lot of crazy energy here. You saw that literally saying crazy people, you know, like, so I think whoever was calling you crazy is projecting at this time. Let me see what's right behind. Possibilities. This don't feel like Neo. I don't know what does. The possibilities. Here's schizophrenia, being tapped in to the spiritual realm, And then it's like you have a limitless number of outcomes. I did feel a little bit of that Doctor Strange energy yesterday too, where it's like you don't stay in nobody's prison. No one's going to be able to condemn you or throw dirt on your name. You know, in one way or another, you will make yourself out of it because I saw your future. I see you living a happier life, more peaceful life. So you're bulletproof. You know, that's what I'm feeling. You're made of titanium. All right, Pisces, I hope you liked the reading. Please like and subscribe. And thank you.